Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is take the speakers out. One here and one over there. Okay, I got the speakers out. Now I have these two flat ducts here that defrost the windows. And I really can't tell if I need to take those out or not, but I'm going to anyway. It looks like a pretty simple, straightforward deal. I'm just in unexplored territory since there's no reference to this in the other video or the Haynes manual or on the internet. So there's just looks like 3 screws on either side, and it just should come right out. Okay, now I'm going to take off this framework here for the grab hold. It's only 4 screws, it looks like. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is take this cover off, which seems to be 1 screw underneath, and hopefully that should just come apart. One other thing you got to do is take this sort of a plastic wraparound off, and then it should come apart. Correction, there were 2 screws, one here and then there's one hiding very well concealed right there. So you got, well, take that back, there's 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. So I got that one, I got to get the other 2, and we're hiding pretty well in there. Alright, for whatever weird reason, the 2 screws that were up here are Phillips head. So you're going to drive yourself crazy wondering why 1 screw is a T20 and 2 other ones are Phillips. And if you don't, it's very hard to get in there to see. If you don't know that's the case, you'll sit there and wonder why your T20 is not working. But anyway, that's totally different configuration of screw. So 2 Phillips, 1 Torx. Okay, at this point I'm gonna rotate this steering wheel where it's upside down so I can proceed with the removal of the cables and all that good stuff. By the way, I was wondering why the young guy on the Slusher Manor channel that did the video for the 2002 PT Cruiser, I was wondering why, you know, he mentioned to turn this upside down, the wheel. And here's the reason. It's really simple and should have been obvious. He just didn't mention it. Because, I mean, I was wondering, you know, all this is stationary, so why do you need to do that? And here's the reason. Is to get to that U-joint, you got to take that pin out right there. Now, here again, need 1 more extra hand. See how that, to access that, you have to turn this upside down to be able to get to that pin. Otherwise, that pin right there will be on top and you can't reach it very well, or can't reach it at all. Anyway, thought I would mention that in case somebody else wonders. Okay, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 cables I got to disconnect. Anyway, the point is disconnect all this, and then we can move back to that pin. Okay, here's one that's noteworthy. It's on top, and it's easy to get out, but it's fished through all this. So as I'm going along, I'm labeling everything just like I said. That way there's no guessing about stuff. Okay, the Next thing I'm going to do, I'm at a point where I can mark the relationship of this shaft, this universal joint shaft, so I can take out that pin. That way it'll go back together exactly the same. It's right there. There again, I have a hard time with just two hands. Okay, I'm going to use paint marker, but you could use anything that'll make a bright mark. Lumber crayon, white out, anything will work. Just make a mark so that it's all, the relationship will all be back like it was. Okay, got it marked. Got the relationship marked there. And right there on the end of that bolt is an E-clip. Take care not to lose that. Pull it off and keep it with the bolt. Okay, the next step is to take these 4 nuts off. There's one. 2, 3, and then a 4th one. And we'll see if the steering wheel comes out. Okay, I believe we're now at the point of actually taking this one piece, this plastic piece, one piece of, I don't even know what you call it, but it's what everything mounts to, and then we'll be down to the metal framework underneath. So it's just a series of, looks like just screws all the way around. Just taking those off, and it should fairly easily come right out. Okay, I got the screws out. You got a plug here, you got to unplug. I didn't see one on the other side. And then to finish it out, being able to take this plastic piece out, you're going to have to either take this out or loosen it, which the screws are underneath there and then in there on this model. And then I think that you have to take this out. The switches should just come out with a screwdriver. Just pry it out carefully and unplug it. Well, here's an interesting wrinkle. Okay, got all the screws out, but in this space, let me get a flashlight. See here, right there, got one on either side. Now that could prove a real nightmare. It just so happens how I'm going to reach it is with the bit and this. Put the bit in here, and it's still not going to be easy doing it. I don't know how they did it at the factory. I really don't, unless they assembled the metal cage and the plastic dash and then put them in as a unit. That's a good one. Anyway, don't forget the 2 that are hidden away, because you won't pull it out with them in there. Well, here we are down to the metal frame, and I gotta say the hardest part of this job is this console, as far as I'm concerned. It's just been extremely difficult, and I still can't get it out, and I'm assuming that I won't be able to get it out till I get this metal frame off. I don't want to take a chance on breaking it, because just the 2 grab bar covers that I broke are $20 each. I mean, a little $2 cover, but and they're not even made anymore. I just lucked out that Chrysler had some in a warehouse in California and one in Michigan. So type of things you're gonna run into on this. So now I'm going to take the bolts to the metal frame off, and I'm going to take this ductwork off first because it's all loose now, and then the metal frame. Now I should be down to the HVAC unit itself. Don't forget the carpet is attached to this frame just like the other guy showed for the 2002 in his video. Okay, after much work, I got the metal frame of the dash ready to come out. Now here's something that I saw no reference to. It's got to come out is these your grounds. They're using this dash frame for a ground bus, so those got to come off. No big deal, just label them as to which one went to which stud, and that way they'll go right back just like they were. There is one other thing that I forgot about, and it was mentioned in that Slusher Manor video. The guy had pointed out that your card reader is mounted in here, and you can't get a real good shot, but it's on the back side of that right there. So you got to take it out, and then it's freed up.